guys, I'm Nathan and I'll be talking about lift. According to NASA, lift is a mechanical force generated by a solid object moving through a fluid. This is best demonstrated by an airplane wing. In this case, the solid object is the airplane's wing and the fluid is air. One of the most important facts that we need to remember is that fluids don't necessarily need to be liquids. According to John Popiewiecki, a fluid is a substance that lacks rigidity, and that it can flow from place to place and through holes or gaps in containers. Meanwhile, a liquid is a state of matter of a substance at temperatures and pressures intermediate between those of its solid and gas forms. We can determine if a fluid is a liquid or a gas by examining if the matter expands when placed in a container with greater volume. If the matter expands, then the material is a gas. How is lift generated? There's a bit of a controversy when it comes to the reasoning behind why airplanes generate lift. Bernoulli's principle was used to explain lift for a long time. This explanation said that there was a single streamlined flow of air. The air molecules traveling over the front of the wing had to meet up with the air molecules at the back of the wing. Air molecules at the top have a longer distance to travel than the air molecules at the bottom because of the curved nature of the wing. It was assumed that the air molecules at the top must travel faster, creating a lower pressure than the bottom air molecules because Bernoulli's principle states that pressure and velocity, which is another word for speed, are inversely related. A force is then created when the high pressure area tries to go to the low pressure area, and this generates lift. There are some significant flaws to this theory, however. For this theory to work, it should be impossible for airplanes to fly upside down. In different words, if we turn over an object creating lift, the object should now have a downward lift. If planes are known to fly upside down, then what went wrong with this theory? This theory goes wrong because, in reality, air molecules at the top go much faster than the air molecules at the bottom. Instead of one streamlined flow of air that interacts with the wing, two flow under and over the wing. Lift is caused when a moving fluid is turned by a solid object, changing the flow with the lift being generated in the opposite direction. This is possible because of Newton's third law. For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. This is also the reason why planes are able to fly upside down. Planes do not rely on the shape of the wing in order to fly. They rely on the angle. The wings just make the plane more aerodynamic. In order to fly upside down, you just need to fly with a steep enough angle to create enough lift. Wings are not the only thing that can cause lift. Any solid object is perfectly capable of creating lift. Since air is a molecule and a fluid, any solid object can change its flow. The wings develop more lift and are more aerodynamic than, say, a steel cube. Then what is aerodynamics? Aerodynamics is the way objects move through the air. Aerodynamics can explain why some objects create more lift than others. Studying the motion of air around an object allows us to measure the forces of lift. The forces used to determine how aerodynamic something is thrust, drag, lift, and weight. So in summary, we talked about what lift is, the controversy behind the generation of lift, and how lift is generated, and why some objects create more lift than others.